The ABS warning light indicates a fault in the anti-lock braking system. ABS prevents wheel lockup during braking, enhancing safety by maintaining steering control. When the light is on, the ABS isn't functioning properly, though basic braking still works. Prioritize diagnosing the cause to restore full functionality. The ABS system relies on three key components working together to prevent wheel lockup during braking. Wheel speed sensors detect how fast each wheel is spinning. These sensors send data to the control module to monitor for potential skidding. The hydraulic modulator adjusts brake fluid pressure to individual wheels. It uses solenoids and a pump to rapidly modulate pressure, preventing lockup. The ABS control module, or ECU, processes data from wheel sensors and commands the hydraulic modulator. It orchestrates the entire anti-lock braking process. A fault in any of these components can cause the ABS warning light to illuminate, indicating the system needs attention. Wheel speed sensors are critical components that detect the rotational speed of each wheel and send this data to the ABS control module. They work by producing an alternating current signal as teeth on a rotor pass by the sensor coil. Common problems include dirt buildup, corrosion, or physical damage, which lead to inaccurate readings and trigger the ABS warning light. A damaged sensor might show cracks or corrosion on the tip. To fix, clean the sensors thoroughly or replace them if they are damaged. This typically costs between $100 and $300. The sensor circuit connects to a 12-volt source and includes resistors for proper signal processing. Low or contaminated brake fluid is a common cause of ABS warning lights. This issue affects the hydraulic pressure needed for proper brake operation. Brake fluid transmits pressure from the pedal to the brakes. When levels are low or fluid is contaminated, the system cannot maintain proper pressure. Low brake fluid levels typically result from leaks in the system. These leaks can occur at wheel cylinders, calipers, or brake lines. Over time, brake fluid absorbs moisture and becomes contaminated, reducing its effectiveness. This leads to poor braking performance and ABS activation. To fix this issue, flush the old contaminated fluid and refill with fresh brake fluid. This restores proper hydraulic pressure and clears the ABS warning. This repair typically costs between $50 and $150, depending on the vehicle and labor rates. The ABS control module, also known as the ECU, is the central brain of the anti-lock braking system. It processes data from wheel speed sensors and controls the hydraulic modulators to prevent wheel lockup. Internal faults in the module can occur due to voltage spikes from electrical issues or gradual wear from normal operation. These faults prevent the system from functioning properly. When the control module is damaged, the typical solution is to replace it entirely. Repair costs for this component range from $500 to $1,500. Wiring and connector problems are a common cause of ABS warning lights. Corrosion, shorts, or loose connections can disrupt the signals that the ABS system relies on to function properly. These issues can occur in the electrical connections between wheel speed sensors, the ABS control module, and other components. To fix wiring and connector problems, inspect the wiring harness and connectors for damage, corrosion, or loose connections. Clean or replace affected parts as needed. This repair typically costs between $50 and $200, depending on the extent of the damage. Faulty ABS pump or valves can trigger the warning light. The ABS pump motor circulates brake fluid under pressure, while solenoids and valves modulate this pressure to prevent wheel lockup during braking. Mechanical failures occur when the pump motor wears out or solenoids become stuck due to overheating, contamination, or electrical issues. This leads to the ABS warning light coming on, and in some cases, reduced braking performance. The fix involves replacing the faulty pump or valve assembly. Costs typically range from $300 to $800. Use an OBD2 scanner for diagnosis and have a professional perform the repair. A weak battery or alternator can cause voltage drops that trigger the ABS warning light. This happens because the ABS system requires stable electrical power to operate correctly. To diagnose, test the battery voltage using a multimeter. The reading should be around 12.6 volts when the engine is off. Look for signs of a bad battery, such as corrosion, low voltage, or inability to hold a charge. Replace the battery if needed to restore stable electrical supply. The cost to test and replace a faulty battery typically ranges from $100 to $200.